Hello everyone, and I have a very exciting chess game to show you. In this chess game we have Alexey Shirov, one of the greatest attacking chess grandmasters of all times, and his opponent was Viktor Korchnoi, who was also one of the greatest. Well, Viktor Korchnoi is considered one of the strongest players never to have become world chess champion, but at this time Korchnoi was in his 70s. So as we know, Father Time is undefeated, and this chess game was played in the year 2004, in 2004. So let's see what happened. Alexey Shirov, who had the white pieces, starts the game with e4, and we have the French defense advance variation c5, c3, queen to b6, knight to f3, bishop to d7, bishop up, developing the knight, white castled, c takes, exchanging the pawns, knight from g to e7, knight to a3, knight to f5, and then going back and defending the d-pawn. h5 by Korchnoi, it looks intimidating. Kingside expansion, b3, and then queenside expansion. Bishop to b2, Shirov continues to develop his pieces, developing the bishop and exchanging the knights, but this opens the f-file for white against a very strong attacker like Shirov. This could be also dangerous, so a4, rook over, lining the rook with the queen, exchanging, and then rook goes up and invading the second rank. King to h1, knight to b4, bishop to c3, and Korchnoi also castled. Knight goes back, Shirov is attacking the pawn, defending with pushing the pawn. g6 was also possible, knight to c3, knight to h3, knight to c2, and the basic threat, the immediate threat, is knight takes on e3, forking queen and the rook, so bishop goes back defending, and Korchnoi is all over Shirov, so knight attacks the rook, rook over, and then rook to b2. Well, attacking the pawn, but then b4, so after bishop takes on b4 with attacking the bishop, in this position maybe exchanging the bishops comes to mind, but Shirov played a very important move, a very strong move which is hard to deal for black. So can you guess white's next move? What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Well, Shirov played a very strong move actually. Look carefully. Bishop to d3 was the move, and this is something like a quiet move, a very strong quiet move. But we have g6 by Viktor Korchnoi. How about accepting the sacrifice? Shirov played a Shirov-like move. Bishop to h7, Greek gift, sacrifice, and if king takes bishop, then we have check, king goes back, only move, and knight to g5. And how to defend the checkmate threat? Actually, there is no defense. So if some random move, then black is getting checkmated. But what happens if making room for the king for escaping? But you can see that this open f-file, like I said, is going to cause some trouble for black, just like this check, and then finally rook gets in, and then this is knockout, checkmate. So black is getting checkmated. So if again rook takes on d6, then bishop to h7 is basically lights out for black. But what happens if king to h8, then lining the queen with the king, and black is not going to be able to survive, threatening bishop back, king over, queen up, checkmate. So if some random move, this is checkmate. And again, if moving the rook, then check, and then checkmate. A bishop to g6 was very important, so the bishop can support the rook. This is checkmate. Very instructive, beautiful attacking moves by Alexey Shirov. So this is why Korchnoi saw this, and he's blocking the diagonal to the bishop, not allowing bishop check idea. But Shirov played another very strong move. Can you see that move? What would you do if you had the white pieces? It is white to move and basically win on the spot. Korchnoi resigned, he threw in the towel, but again Korchnoi was in his 70s at this time. He was senior citizen, I should say, but he was still a very strong chess player, a force to be reckoned with. He was no joke, of course. Korchnoi was still very strong. Korchnoi passed away in 2016, by the way, at the age of 85, I believe. So Shirov played, did you see the move? Queen to g4, and Korchnoi resigned. Actually, there is no sensible defense against bishop takes. So if accepting the sacrifice this time, then bishop takes, bishop sacrifice, and if some random move, then check, check, and checkmate. So how about accepting the bishop sacrifice, then queen takes, only move, and then the knight gets in to make trouble. How to defend queen to h7? Basically, there is no defense. It is impossible to defend. There is no defense, so this is forced. Rook takes, and then simply checkmate. The art of the attack by Alexey Shirov. Unbelievable. What an amazing chess game. And this was actually an incredibly strong move. Bishop to d3. And after this move, Korchnoi resigns. So, okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess games from the chess history, and sometimes we can also check out some modern chess games if they are notable and fun to watch and also interactive. So take care and bye bye.